always raised an argument about law and order because he never talks about justice. But black people fall for that same argument, and they go around talking about lawbreakers.
Yo. Back out here, y'all. Post Gods on a Tuesday. It's May, my month. Shout out to me.
Oh, when's your birthday?
Saturday, May 6th.
Golly.
Yeah.
Just keeping that under wraps. He's not as vain as myself. Happy
Taurus
birthday.
season. Thank you. Taurus season in full effect. We in the midst of it.
That's why the Bulls are out of the playoffs. They had to go celebrate.
Wow. No, that's not why. But it's okay. We'll move on. Shout out Boston. I'll never be there, but shout out to y'all.
We back. We may have talked about a king, but last week, but we're definitely talking about a god this week. It's here. The true god of the pitch.
How can a god have less titles than the king? It's my question. Unless the roles should be reversed.
He's about to even it up right now. He has more goals.
No, he doesn't. In what?
In the championship.
Okay, I know you didn't mean
and
overall.
in the semifinals. I think overall, in all competitions, but it's club and country or just club?
Well, I mean, country, I think Messi still has more goals than Ronaldo. I don't think Ronaldo was the top scorer in his country yet.
Yeah, yes, he's sport. There are only like 3 people in the world that are their top scorer for the country they're playing now. It's Rooney, Ronaldo, and Messi.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, Messi has like 500 and something, 502, 503 goals. He's banging in goals left and right.
I'm looking it up.
Are you looking at Messi or Ronaldo?
Ronaldo. You look at Messi.
I look at Messi. In his career, for Barcelona, 502. Yeah, 502 over in every
in all competitions.
All competitions.
522.
Wow.
God bless CR7. May he forever reign. May his name forever be golden.
But Ronaldo's also older than him by 2 years.
Yeah, and he also had to play in a tougher league.
Oh my gosh.
Ronaldo had 118 goals at United, which is amazing.
Ronaldo started earlier and is earlier than Messi, and
he started earlier, but he started in a harder league. He was coming off the bench for United, playing with a lot of great players, but against stronger competition. Like obviously, because look at Ronaldo's goal differential from he left us when he was 26, I think. Yeah. 9 years ago, he's 32, so 7 years ago. So he was 25, and he had 118 goals. Scored 400 goals in the ensuing 9 years. Obviously, it's easier to score goals in La Liga. We've gone over this.
I mean, so you're that's like a blemish on Ronaldo because the majority of his goals came at Real Madrid.
And all of Messi's goals came at Barcelona.
It doesn't. I mean, the league doesn't matter because, and if you're going to use that, like he's playing with stars. Remember, Messi played with Eto'o, Ronaldinho, Deco, what you call it?
Puyol.
I mean, Puyol wasn't a goal scorer.
Yaya
Toure, he wasn't a goal scorer either.
Yeah,
and by the time Yaya was like in Barcelona, Messi
he played with Zlatan.
He was ready to beast. I mean, but Zlatan lasted 1 year and then left. But still, I mean, he played. He had to. Well, he didn't have to fight his way because by the time like he started becoming a beast, he was already a beast when he first came. But the fact is, he had competition too.
Right, but I still think that it's harder to score in the Premier League than it is in La Liga.
Why?
Because I think the competition's deeper. There are better players in the Premier League, top to bottom, but better clubs.
The Premier League is definitely top heavy.
It's top heavy, but I think the middle is also pretty thick too. There is no middle in La Liga. It's only top.
I mean, yes, the top two, Barcelona and Real Madrid, yes, they're top and nobody else can compete like for a title. But in terms of quality of play, like the mid-table, the bottom half of La Liga is better than the Premier League.
I don't agree with that.
Just technically speaking, they are. I think they're better. The cliche is like the Premier League is more physical. Yeah,
I think it's not only more physical, but it's also like the weather's shittier. There are like a lot of things like being on like a shitty, cold, wet pitch affects a lot. Like having like being closer to the equator and being in the Mediterranean. Obviously, like it's still cold because Europe's way far north. Shout out to Americans if you don't know, Europe's really fucking far north. Rome is like almost the equivalent of Philadelphia. I think if you like want to get it in perspective how far north like Europe is, that's like the equal line going across. So like but still the Mediterranean is relatively warm. So like I think there's just a lot of things that went into it. I mean they both had great careers. They're obviously the two best players alive. I mean playing. I don't know if they're the best players alive.
Not alive, no, but yes, playing yes right now. They could be
still alive. No, I'm messing.
Wow.
I'm messing.
Wow.
Because Wayne Rooney's still alive. That's really
this is end that right now. I mean, when it's all, I'll put them. They're probably top 5 actually.
Oh yeah, I think they're definitely top 5
of all time.
Yeah. Man, we're gonna have to do that. Are we gonna start with the top 5 of all time? Man, we really started with the fireworks. This is hard. This is really hard. I think, man. Yeah, let's go.
Go ahead, start us off.
All right, number 5, I'm gonna put Messi.
Wow.
I don't think you can say he's not in the top 5. I think he's benefited a lot from having a great system and a lot of consistency. But I mean, his ball control is kind of ridiculous. He's low to the ground. It's hard to get off the ball, and he knows how to put the ball in the net. So I'm gonna put Messi at 5.
I'm just gonna name my 5 right now.
Okay.
In no particular. Well, it has to be in particular order.
Yeah,
so
that's how it is.
5 would be Zidane. 4 would be Ronaldo. 3 would be Ronaldinho. 2 would be
I'm gonna end this podcast early, folks. I'm about to batch that.
I mean, it's gonna be. I don't want to say because my 2. That means my top 2 is gonna be like Messi or Maradona. One of them is gonna be 1. One of them is gonna be 2.
Wow. So you have a glaring omission there.
Yeah. But I don't want to put too many Argentines in it, so I'm kind of debating.
Keep the Tinians out of there. No Tinians, please.
But I already called Messi in my top 5. And Maradona is a legend and like one of the best of all time too. Shoot, but I also have Yaya Toure in my top 5. He is top 5. Okay, maybe not all time.
Okay, well, you can be one of your top 5 favorite, but I just put Messi at number 5. We can't be playing like this shit.
Okay, I mean I'll put Maradona number 1. Shoot, this is like this is anti-blackness right here.
You're a bad person.
Okay, Maradona number 3, Messi 2, Ronaldinho number 1. That's my top 5.
All right, so obviously I have Messi 5. 4, I'm gonna put Zidane. 3. I still think he's one of the greatest players of all time. Is Scholes.
I'm not debating. I'm just wondering whether
2 is Ronaldo.
Wow.
And 1 is Pelé.
Which Ronaldo?
CR7, Ronaldo, Cristiano from Portugal.
That's a fucked up thing because I excluded Ronaldo. The real Ronaldo, not this fake
Fat
ass.
Ronaldo, I like Fat Ronaldo, don't get me wrong. And I also think it kind of sucks because we don't have any goalies. Like, we really went with all forwards. And, like, we have, like,
no defenders.
We have, like, combined 2 midfielders and 4 forwards each. Like, 2 midfielders, 8 forwards. So, obviously, like this is, like, it's pretty biased. I think, like, we'd have to do a separate goalies and defenders list. Because, I mean, they're just completely different parts of the game. And, like, you know, if we're going defenders right now, I'd have to put Ramos in the top 5 of defenders because he just gets
Sergio Ramos. Are you joking? So what? A defender's not supposed to do that.
But the fact that one can like my honestly top 5 defenders. If you, I can give you those right now.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so I'm gonna have Ramos, Marcelo.
Wow.
Ferdinand.
Wow. I'll give you Ferdinand. Go ahead.
Rio Ferdinand. It gets tough these last two. I'm also not very learned on my defenders. I know a lot. Like I'm not gonna say like David Alaba.
These are all modern players, by the way.
Yeah, like I don't know. I think just the game's more athletic, so I think it's a little different. I think scoring's always been impressive, but like I think defending's become a lot more impressive recently. Shucks. Trying to think now. Yeah. Can we count goalies as defenders?
No.
Damn.
Keep trying.
Yeah, this is bad. I'm it's like the pop quiz that I brought up for the class, and now I'm failing it. Well,
there's so many great defenders. It's hard to pick. So don't hold it to that top 5 because that was up top of the dome, and I know that I'm excluding out so many players. Thierry Henry, I'm excluding.
God, I can't believe I left off Thierry. I was thinking, like, man, Thierry Henry, like, even you have to take into consideration, like, how poorly scouted and treated African players are. So, like, ostensibly, Eto'o and Drogba could be top 5, and I wouldn't really fault you.
That's what I'm saying. Yaya could be top 5 too. He's as a midfield, like.
That's possible. Yeah.
He could be there. Vieira could be there.
Vieira surely could be there. Even as York could be there.
York, he could be there.
Like, yeah, this is wild. And like, I think there are also like, people like some people that just didn't get a lot of run. Like some Asian players, like Ji-Sung Park was pretty good. There just weren't a lot of.
He's not a top 5,
right? But I'm just saying, like,
but yes, he was
leaving people out.
He was legit.
Who's that guy? Honda.
Yeah. I'm gonna butcher his name, so I'm just gonna go with Honda.
Yeah, he's like, I think we're doing, and we had no
Nakamura is good.
We had no one from the northwestern hemisphere, but I think that's fair. I really can't. Maybe Tim Howard could make a case, like USA, Canada, Mexico, like Mexicans, like
Hugo Blanco for Real Madrid, like who Ronaldo broke his record, but still, he was a legend.
And I honestly think you could put Tim Howard up there, considering how good he as a world class goalie and how shit everyone else was.
I don't know if I can put Tim Howard up in there. That's asking a lot. I
think you could like at least talk about it.
For world class goalkeepers of all time, I would not put Tim Howard in my top 5.
I mean, Buffon.
There's Kahn from Germany. There's
honestly, I'd have Schmeichel.
I mean, he didn't do a national stage, but neither does Messi. So let me not say that. So Schmeichel I can put up there, yeah.
And like, what country are they from? Not Schmeichels are from
Denmark.
Yeah, they seem blows.
When he was actually. Yeah, they suck now. Don't get me wrong, but in the 90s they were pretty solid.
They're decent, yeah. Shucks. I think going back to Shucks, nah, I won't say that. I like Iron Robin, but I don't think you can put him up there. I was like I like him.
Yeah.
I think Robin Van Persie was world class for a while. It's just like he wasn't
when he was not injured, like we're just all the time.
That's the problem. He's always hurt. Shucks, there's just a lot of great players. We mentioned one Frenchman.
Yeah,
this whole time.
He's so many great Frenchmen.
But I think is pretty consensus is on his top 10.
Yeah, I mean Lilian Thuram as a defender, one of the best in the world.
I mean, he's old school, but Cruyff.
I mean, yes, like R.I.P. But yeah, he was like.
And I think Best was really good. I think of the
George Best.
Yes.
Wow.
Compared to the other 3, I think Best was the best.
Very clever. Out of the 3, who?
Out of Best, Charlton, and Law, I think Best was the best. He's definitely the most exciting, and he's I think he was a better finisher. Just Charlton played till he literally had no hair, and Law was like tougher, but I think Best had the most finesse.
Yeah. I'll put Best there.
We didn't talk about Lampard or Gerrard.
People, I mean, I used to hate Lampard. I hated him with a passion.
You should still.
Especially, I mean, I don't like Gerrard either, but especially when they compared him, I was like, Gerrard is definitely the superior player. Like, there's no comparison. But now in hindsight, now that I'm older, I think I'll give Lampard his credit for he couldn't tackle for shit.
Nope.
But neither could Gerrard. But that's kind of like the Messi Ronaldo debate of now. Like that was what it was back in the mid 2000s.
Yeah, and I think the reason why that one became such a big debate, and again, I know this sounds like homerism, but it's really fair. Like the midfield of United was so good in the late 90s that like it wasn't worth talking about other English midfielders until like they kind of started to creep back. It's like, you know, I just think Giggs and Bale are impressive, like just Welsh players.
Yeah.
You
would you put Giggs in? I mean, Giggs could be a top 5 player too.
I think he could. Like I was choosing between Giggs and Scholes. Yeah. I still think Scholes is mentality, but Giggs is longevity. I mean, they both almost played exactly the same amount of time, but like,
right.
I like it both. That was a hard choice. I mean, it's a lot. It's something difficult. Even if you got to go down. Who's the Cahill? Not Tim Cahill. Gary Cahill, the Australian.
That's Tim. That's Tim Cahill.
Tim's Australian. Like he's pretty good. Like, but he's Australian, so like he's never gonna get his love.
He's not top 5.
No,
he played for Everton, and that's as far as he got as an.
I don't wish that on anyone. Speaking of which, Ross.
I don't want to hate on
Head East.
I don't want to hate on him either because he was a good player, but not like he wasn't world class.
And then I mean, there are a lot of Spanish players, unfortunately, that are really like Iniesta can make the case. Xavi.
Fernando Torres
Fernando Torres had a streak of being dominant. Friggin' PK was a great defender.
PK is a great defender. Yeah.
He's old now, but he was. Matt Hummels was pretty good. Like that German. Remember, the German team was a machine. They just fucked up. Like ostensibly, like you could make a case for. Besides 2002, like it's almost weird that the Germans didn't win like 3 straight World Cups. They had the best teams on paper. We're just not going to show up today. That's what happened a lot. And then they finally redeemed it with like probably their best team in 14.
Yeah, I mean, Italy, you have Del Piero, you have Totti, you have Pirlo, obviously Buffon.
I mean, again, not the consistency, but Balotelli at his best.
Yeah, I mean, he's only 26. He still has time, thankfully. But
Balotelli at Old Trafford.
Wow.
Oh my God. Jose with Balotelli. Remarkable.
That would be drama, so much drama.
Quiet as Marcus Rashford and Tony Martial with Balotelli. But Pogba, Balotelli, and Lingard would be lit. I need that.
I can see him having a great time in Manchester. I can see that.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Turn the hell up.
I would just love for him to shit on Liverpool and Man City.
He would never shit on Man City.
He would.
You understand that?
He's a vengeful
person. He would
person.
never do that.
Vengeful.
He actually was probably laughing at your embarrassing display at the Derby this past Tuesday or Thursday. I'm sorry. Embarrassing.
How are we embarrassing? We're the ones where everyone's almost dead. Y'all the ones that should be embarrassed. Listen, y'all have like a full roster. Y'all are missing like what? One player? Y'all had your full attacking force. We know your defense is sorry, but literally everyone is dead on our team. There are like 9 injuries right now. Jose called me the other day, but I just can't get over there right now. I'm not fit to play. Listen, we are struggling right now, and we still may make top 4 because God is good, and God's good all the time. All the time, God's good. Who would have thunk the way this season shaped out that we'd be in this position? I wouldn't. I lied every time I said it. I was lying. Here we are, 2 draws later, slowly climbing up the table.
Please, this is when the Europa Cup.
We're like the mountain. We're like we were dead. Nah, we still kind of here.
Slowly struggling. You can barely put your mask on. but you're making it.
Hey, I mean, we're gonna have to start relying on some of those youth players. I mean, it's gonna be Rashford up front, Martial, Lingard, Herrera, the usurper. The defense is a friggin' like we're gonna have Phil Jones and Daley playing center with Darmian, with Valencia and Darmian, with like Borthwick Jackson. Like this is gonna be a really interesting. Again, I will stab someone if David De Gea is not playing goalie when we come out there in Europe. I still don't know why he wasn't playing in the last round. I don't understand. Like who's making the decisions? Like I never sit David De Gea. He's a goalie.
The priority
he ain't moving.
The priority is making is making the top four.
I thought. I mean, until last week, the priority was was winning Europa. I'd like to do both.
Maybe Jose sees like, okay, it's achievable now. It won't
be.
That's why y'all need to win the Europa Cup. But
no, we can do it. We're gonna beat Arsenal.
That's not gonna happen.
We're definitely gonna beat those fucking scums.
Y'all are afraid to attack us. What makes you think it's gonna be that much easier against Arsenal? I know Arsenal is like garbage right now, but
because they're like this is the perfect time to get them.
Arsenal's like washed garbage, so it's like they really Jekyll and Hyde. So
our next match, we got Arsenal on Sunday. We're gonna beat Arsenal,
but you don't have Pogba, or unless Pogba is coming back.
I know Pogba's not playing tomorrow on the 4th for the Europa League, but I think it's possible that Pogba could be fit, and Mata could also be fit. Yeah, he's actually on the mend,
but it won't be 100%. Is what I'm saying. And so, if it was a struggle for y'all to even get past our halfway line in the derby, it's gonna be a struggle to beat Arsenal. You're not gonna beat them. The only thing you can hope for right now is a draw. Is it Old Trafford?
No, it's at Emirates. It's even better because Wenger's going to be hearing boos. Like obviously we play better away, so I don't want to play at Old Trafford. None of the rest of the games are at home. So we have Tottenham at White Hart. I believe in that, and we end the season with Southampton at St. Mary's. We have no more home games. This looks good. I feel so much better now. We have no more home games. We're doing this,
y'all. This is when people say Manchester United fans are deluded. This is exact proof right here.
But no, tell me that we won way more points away than we have at home. We're a better away team.
That means so little.
No, it doesn't.
In this situation, you get playing Arsenal,
trash
at home, or you're playing Arsenal at Emirates.
Mm-hmm.
Who are
trash?
They're trash right now, but it's like
so they're not going to be trash Sunday.
It's still going to be a competitive game.
I'm not saying we're going to blow them away, but I think we're going to beat them. They're in their own heads. We're somehow where we shouldn't have been considering how we played most of the season, and they're in their own heads, crashing and burning at the right exact
Arsenal's
right
inconsistent. Time. Yes, they're in their own heads, but they're inconsistent. So some weeks they're not, some weeks they are. They might catch them on the week that they're not in their heads.
They got mollywopped by Crystal Palace.
Yeah, but okay. And
I believe in us. We're gonna do this. It's a miracle.
Who did we lose to this season? That was embarrassing. We lost to Leicester.
We whooped their ass twice.
Yeah, and then we beat y'all once. And then y'all couldn't score. Y'all couldn't even put a shot on goal when you played us.
Y'all couldn't score. I think we had one shot on goal.
Oh, yeah, one shot on goal.
Hey,
okay.
It's better than none. We beat Chelsea.
You couldn't score on our first choice keeper or our second choice keeper.
Listen, we beat some good teams, and we play better on the road.
Just like Arsenal. But some games are good, some games are not.
But Arsenal's trash at home, and this is perfect. This is the perfect day. Perfect day, nothing standing in my way, all right?
Okay.
Now, obviously, if something goes bad Sunday, y'all know that I'm not going to be on the Twitter. It's so you'll know, you don't need to check the score. Just check in the afternoon if Grant has tweeted anything that day.
Yeah, it's going to be a struggle for y'all to. I guess also Tottenham, you're going to lose.
I think we're going to play for a draw against Tottenham.
Yeah, that's the only thing you can do because Tottenham is trying to win the league, unlike y'all.
But hopefully Chelsea would have put it out of the way by then.
The gap is only 4 points.
I'm rooting for Chelsea.
That is disgusting to hear.
I feel sick.
That is utterly disgusting to hear.
Sean Quinn, I don't know if you're out there listening, but shout out to my buddy Sean Quinn. He moved to New York. He's from Seminole. He went to Seminole, but he's a... I just want you guys to win. Shout out to my boy Michael Kaplan, who is only a Tottenham supporter because he asked me and my friend Casey, point blank, what team is most like the Cubs? Who spends a lot of money but never wins anything? This is about 5 years ago, and we said, oh, Tottenham. And here he is.
Wow.
Kind of paid off, I guess. He's not only is he a Cubs fan, he's also a Royals fan, so he got back-to-back improbable World Series wins. So, no, you don't deserve this, Michael. Love you, bro, but nah.
I mean, at least Tottenham's won something over the last 108 years, so I think...
Have?
Yeah, they won the FA Cup in like the 80s.
Oh, okay, that's cute.
Yeah. I mean, if y'all won the FA Cup last year and y'all were doing jumping jacks, backflips.
Because we had 13 of them. It's not like the
y'all
first time we
Crystal
won.
Palace too.
We had 13 of them. I just want you to know, like, there are numerous amount of FA Cups, including the greatest FA Cup goal of all time.
Let's not discuss that.
And the second greatest was Lingard's volley with 10 men in extra time.
That's not true.
glory. Like, it was beautiful.
That is not
Ole
true.
Gunnar Lingard pulled it off again. You know what I mean?
The greatest goal in the FA Cup is definitely Gerrard's equalizer against West Ham in 2006. But, you know.
No, it's definitely.
Just live with what you got to live with.
It's Giggs's winner with 10 men against Arsenal running down the field to secure us a chance to win the treble. I don't understand how that's not the better goal. Like you can lie to yourself, but don't actually be a hater like this, man.
Believe what you got to believe.
But this thing happens. 1999, right? Giggs scores a goal, runs around with the shirt off. We had 10 men. And that man had passes, like he could have passed it up and given a goal, but no, he's like, I hate Arsenal. I want them to suffer. And they have, and they continue to suffer.
Wow. They actually won a few Premier League titles after that, but you know.
But that really haunted them.
Yeah, I'm sure it did. And that's when they were...
Hey, when they won the Champions League last? I'm trying to check. Damn, that's not... Wow. I'm looking at my calendar and it goes back really far. It's just not on there. That's so peculiar.
No troubles. Hey, I'm not trying to defend them or whatever. They won the league without losing a game.
Arsenal plays in that bass clef because no trouble. You know how it be?
Not only did you diss them on the tip of being winless in Champions League, but you also had to throw a Meghan Trainor lyric there.
I mean, it could have been worse. I could have made it much more nerdy. I could have said alto clef.
Don't do that.
I don't know how to read alto clef, so I'm not going to talk about it.
Don't do that. Thank you.
Someone handed me a sheet of music in alto clef once, and I was passed out in band. Like, I hope you don't mean for me to play this. Like, no, that's for the guy down there. I'm like, okay, good.
Oh, the guy better than you. Yeah, him.
It was a different instrument, sir. It's like, I can barely play this instrument. I don't really need to learn another key. That was the most terrifying part about getting switched to bass clarinet. Like, the whole time, I'm like, is it going to be in bass clef? Because I'm not really good at that. But it wasn't. It's in treble. It's low, but it's still in treble. If y'all were wondering, some music nerdery there.
Yeah, they weren't worried about that because they don't care about you and your alto clef references. I'm sorry.
You try playing a viola or a trombone.
But anyway, y'all could win the Europa League because my man John Guidetti, shout out Sweden, is about to end it for y'all, unfortunately.
Nah,
former City legend John Guidetti.
I think we're going to make it to the championship game in club.
Okay. So not only you're not going to make top four, but you're going to lose in the...
We're making the top four, but we're going to lose the championship game. We're making the top four. We're going to get Pogba back. It's going to be good.
We have Palace. We're playing Palace next.
Let's come on, Eagles. Like, lifelong Eagle fan.
We only have one road game, one away game. It's at Watford.
This could be a trap.
We play Palace, Leicester City, and West Brom.
That's not fair. That's bullshit.
So we're gonna be okay, for sure.
I believe that Liverpool is gonna fuck it up.
Yeah, that's the only hope at this point because
Jurgen's gonna clop it, and I'm gonna be so hyped.
Now they have Gabriel Jesus back. We're gonna be good now. I mean, we're not gonna be that great because the defense is still terrible, but at least we got company back, so we actually got a full squad coming back, so we should be all right.
Injuries are stupid. They're not fair. In FIFA, I just lost Pogba yesterday. He tore his ACL, lost him for the whole season. Like, I guess he can make the Champions League final, which I will be in because I'm playing.
Why would you play him in the Champions League final after missing the whole season?
So he can celebrate and hold up the trophy at the end of the game on the video.
He can't do that. I wonder if he can do it like John Terry did. Like, he couldn't play the final, but carry the trophy anyway.
No, if he's on the bench, like if I put him in the reserves, he can play. He'll be like, he'll celebrate, but he won't get to touch the trophy. Animation's cold, man.
They need to make that a feature in FIFA. Like, you get to just that's gonna be more like real life in that instance. All the drama. I wonder if you can download drama into like FIFA, like the existing drama, like, you know, Anton Ferdinand getting yelled racist chants by John Terry. That's involved in FIFA.
I mean, I assume the game just does that and everyone it rolls with the punches because it is FIFA. Like, I played matches in Turkey and Russia, so I'm sure someone's yelled racist shit at us. My team's black as hell, as I'm sure you know. So
I guess that wouldn't work because they will get a lot of complaints for that.
Yeah.
Can you imagine get like a
if you actually heard it?
Yeah.
I was like, hey, Gaffer, I know you haven't talked about my wages, but also at our last away match, they threw bananas at me. I'm like, oh, how do I do it? You have a press conference coming up. Unnerve the other team. Talk about the other coach or call those supporters racist. Hey, man, FIFA 18, if you're listening from EA.
That's actually a horrible idea. I take that back. I'm just thinking about it, how programs going to code that. It's like only black players get monkey chants or monkey bananas thrown at them.
And also you gotta wonder, like, it'll play into like the players' morale is like you take over a club in, you know, East Germany, and like, man, you can't keep any black players.
East Germany, wow. Are y'all playing in the 1981?
Eastern Germany. Sorry.
The Soviet Union still existing in your season?
Might as well. Wow, this needs to stop. Just keep on getting these really triggering ESPN updates of David De Gea going to Madrid.
It's going to happen,
man. I'm just hoping that the fax machine comes through again. Like, I pray that Xerox is still on my side, you know?
No, it's going to happen.
But apparently, like, we're either going to try to bring in Oblak or Kasper Schmeichel.
Wow. I guess it makes sense.
Yeah. Kasper's not bad. I think Oblak's better.
I mean, Kasper is a Premier League winner.
Just like his father. And unlike Liverpool. That's so weird. This man was... Boom. Y'all thought you were going to catch that one, were you? You thought it was going to happen today, but it did.
You didn't have to do him like that, man.
I did. Actually, I really don't think I had a choice. Like, if it were up to, like, I really just had to do what I had to do, you know. The good Lord said, Grant, you got to slander Liverpool today. I'm like, is it a day ending and why? I will certainly do that. Those are my favorite jokes, is like players were born, grew up, and then won the Premier League before Liverpool had.
Wow.
Again, if I could do anything, I'd go back in time to, and today is the day that Leicester won. Like, they sealed it today.
Yeah, that's right.
Because it was in my memories.
Because
those are my
favorite. They did seal it. Yeah, they did seal it because this is when Chelsea drew Tottenham. Mm-hmm. And Tottenham, again, lost.
Classic.
What else is new? But they lost.
But I wanted to go back in time and bet as much money as possible on Leicester winning. Like, I'd be rich. It's 5,000 to 1. I'd be living.
Yeah, somebody's living right now.
Yeah, because a guy made that bet.
Yeah.
That really shows the inanity of football fans. Like, I wouldn't even bet that for Tennessee to win this in football this year. And I love Tennessee, but I'm not, like, I don't think any Tennessee football fan is that crazy. Although we are good on years when no one expects us to do well. It's when we're hyped is when we suck.
Yeah, I mean, I think you have to think about, not the hype, but just how your team is set up. I mean, Leicester, obviously nobody expected them to win the Premier League. No, one person did, but that was a fluke. I'm sure they didn't think they were going to win.
I mean, it was the perfect storm because, you know, Conte was playing out of his mind, Mara was playing out of his mind, and Vardy was playing out of his mind, and like, and that just really fueled it. And Schmeichel was playing as much. Like it fueled all that. Like came together for them.
You got to be a super nerd to put statistics together to think, oh, Leicester's got a chance to win. Even statistically, it was.
I think it was a homer bet, not a statistical bet.
Yeah.
Like from what I remember, he was from that area. Like I think it was from Nottingham or something like that. So
okay.
He was a Midlands. He was a Fox.
Yeah, it makes. Yeah, I mean, it would have. Gosh, I don't know. Yeah, that was a fluke. So they're never gonna win a Premier League title again.
He's
so.
like if you look at all major sports throughout the last 15, 20 years, Leicester winning was the most improbable win. Like even in college football, you look back at like the year when LSU won with 2 losses. Improbable, but not crazy because LSU was ranked high.
Yeah.
Before that, like I think college football is probably the best example because like it's been a little more random. Like I guess Texas being USC was nuts, but like Texas had a ton of talent. NBA has no parity at all, so that's a terrible one. Maybe the Seahawks coming out of nowhere, or like Packers in 2010 was kind of one.
Out of nowhere though?
They weren't out of nowhere, but like they certainly like it was the Ravens, I guess.
Yeah,
but that whole
the Ravens they've always had a good team.
Yeah, that whole Super Bowl was kind of like the
Ravens and the
Ravens Niners.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think of who just won. I guess the Warriors.
The Warriors. They were
15. Because like
I didn't think that was improbable at all.
Well, because they were so good that season, but the year before, like they fired Mark Jackson, and because Mark Jackson won like 55, like 53 games. Like they're good in the West, but they weren't the Spurs, they weren't the Thunder. Yeah. And then literally the next year they come through and house everyone. So I think the Warriors was kind of close, but like you could see the pieces for the Warriors at least.
Yeah.
So yeah,
but I mean,
baseball maybe
you could say the same thing about Leicester City too, because I mean, Mahrez obviously he's talented. Vardy is talented to an extent. Overrated again. I think he's overrated because he's English and people tend to do that with English players. Wayne Rooney, Conte,
252 goal scorer Wayne Rooney, sir.
Okay,
for a club,
whatever.
300 goals, club and country, sir.
Yeah,
OBE.
It helps when you're putting in 6 goals against Estonia and Kazakhstan and et cetera, et cetera.
Yes.
Regardless, I digress. Conte, I guess nobody really expected him to be as great as he was, or the defense. Yeah, I mean, I feel as that was just a lot of things had to happen, even for them, but just across the league. Jose had to have a horrible season with Chelsea. Pellegrini was on his last leg, and the team was suffering. They just couldn't compete.
Tottenham was Tottenham.
Tottenham was Tottenham. Yeah.
Klopp had just gotten to Liverpool, right?
Yeah, he had. It wasn't a full season because Brendan Rodgers was manager and they got fired.
And then Arsenal, Wenger wasn't trying to be great, and then we had stuff was going on.
yeah, clearly. So, yeah, you're right. It was a perfect storm of everything that happened. And I don't think it would be replicated again. Obviously, it wasn't this year because people found out, all you gotta do is not play so high against Leicester. They can't counterattack. Oh, simple.
You're giving away my secrets now. I love the counter.
Yeah. I mean, obviously Pep Guardiola didn't figure that out. That's why we got smoked by them. But hopefully he figured it out this and a couple weeks from now. But it's interesting. It's going back to going back to Messi, Ronaldo, or obviously Champions League happened today. Madrid won. Yay. Hat-trick from Ronaldo.
Pretty easy. Actually, the first goal was really nice. A good ball in from
I think it was not Cruz.
Who's number 14?
Oh, Modric.
Is Modric 14? Yeah.
Yeah.
Modric had a good ball in, and then goal number 3 was kind of just Goal number 2 and 3 were just them losing Ronaldo in the box, which is something you can't do. No, actually, goal number 2 was great. Because goal number 2 is when Cruz slides over Ronaldo and he kicks off the other guy's shoe and then he just volleys it in from the top of the box.
That was a difficult goal, so I'll give him credit for that.
Which he does a lot though. He's good at volleys and stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
but then goal number 3 was just like, hey, Ronaldo's in the box. Hey, it's 86 minute. You guys might want to like not let them score again, so like you have kind of a chance. Oh, you didn't do that? Okay, cool. So like they really kind of left Oblak out there to dry, but he wasn't. They just didn't do.
I mean, to be fair, Atletico Madrid didn't have 2 of their starting defenders.
Yeah.
So, I mean, no excuse to losing 3-0. I mean, you could still have done something. You could have made it respectable at least, because now it's going to be all to play for. They're going to lose in the Vicente Calderon. Oh my gosh, that'd be so embarrassing.
Wow, way to close it out.
Yeah, way to end your historic run in this legendary stadium by losing to Real Madrid, your rival, your bitter rival.
The worst part is like they're gonna lose because they're gonna have to press. So it's like they're just gonna have that one bad pass that leads to. It's not even gonna be Ronaldo that's gonna get them too. It's gonna be like Isco coming out there and like he slots it in. And you're gonna be like, damn, that's embarrassing. Yep. And then like Benzema might score on you. He's been kind of butt. And then where are you in life? You know, it's one of those things. So
Griezmann was quiet. I don't know if
he's checked out. He's looking at Griezmann's on Zillow looking at real estate in Manchester in the Trafford area. So we know what that is. It's like, man, this is a fly flat. You know, like yes, this is where I want to be.
Yeah, he's texting Drake right now, like, hey man, want to come to Galchester?
Drake's like, I've always been a fan. Like, oh, really? Like, yes.
So, yeah, I mean, I guess shout out Ronaldo. I think it's gonna go down. That should really be a 30 for 30. Ronaldo and Messi.
You're right, but it's America. So, like, I don't know how well we could sell it, but you're right. Like, it should be.
But Ronaldo and Messi are the most recognizable athletes in the world, probably.
Yeah. I would watch it. I'd watch the heck out of it. I'd be really sad around the 25-minute mark when we sell him. But watching his beautiful free kick goals that he had at OT would be great.
But they weren't really rivals when he was at United.
I mean, they played a few times. We played a few times in the Champions League.
Yeah, I know.
Wow. Okay. So, hey man, that's right. Last time we won it, Paul Scholes had that. Puyol had that turnover, and the Ginger made it happen.
Yeah,
one of the greatest goals in Champions League history.
It was a great goal, best in Champions League history.
I said one of the best, not the best. Okay. The best is Zidane's.
That was.
I like Zidane's. There are a lot of them.
I'm trying to think of anything that's happened.
That's
wild because that was 15 years ago.
Kaká's run, and like what? That was about 10 years ago. Yeah, but it was good. At least look at that. That's growth. You're seeing growth right here, right? I am growing.
Yeah, that was a great goal. I mean, if it's throughout the Champions League, Thierry Henry's run against Real Madrid is top. I'm not gonna say top 5%. Now
Drogba's header in 2012 in the 2012 final, near the end of the game against
that was a great goal. I mean, it was great because
he drew that back. Like he was not in front of the goal. Like he was like a good yard or two closer to the ball. He just sent that back. Like I watched that the other day. I'm like, golly.
The level of difficulty, yes, that does.
And I mean, bringing it level to win.
Yeah.
And not having to rely on John Terry slipping on his ass.
Not only did he score the game tying one, he scored the game winning goal, game winning penalty.
He did. Bale's header for La Decima was nice, but Marcelo's goal was better.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think back further. I mean, I'm partial. It's not like Solskjaer's touch.
Wow. Thierry Henry had a lot of great goals. it's in Champions League history.
Yeah, I mean, it is his birthday today, so David Beckham had some great free kicks and like
Champions League.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the most iconic one. There's one he got up and down. The team was wearing blue. It was like 15 years ago, so who was wearing blue? I don't know. It could have been us. We wear blue a lot too. You know, it could be anyone, but like Messi. I mean, obviously Messi's had some brilliant goals.
Yeah, against United in the final.
Wow, we go other places with that.
No, he's had great. Actually, I'm trying to think of the great goals he's had other than against United. Maybe it's hard for me to think that because it was so legendary for United. That the header is similar to Drogba's. Like he had to like. Messi's not tall, so
I feel triggered. I need a safe space.
Well, I mean, my favorite. Well, for Thierry Henry, my favorite goal personally was against I think Sparta Prague, where he was on the outside of the box. He brought the ball down on his back heel on the outside of the 18, and he was still like out of goal scoring range, and he curled it with the outside of his boot around the goalkeeper. That was one of the greatest goals I've ever seen. It was
similar to like Roberto Carlos's.
Yeah. I mean, so yes, similar to that, but it wasn't a free kick. It was made even more challenging because it was like in
the span of play, in the free play. Like who? I mean, I'm trying to think. I can't remember who it was. Someone had like a rocket goal from like pretty far outside the box, and I don't think it was a United player. I mean, Gerrard's goal.
I was gonna say that against Galatasaray.
Gross. I need like a palate cleanser after saying that out loud. It was a nice goal.
That was, I mean, the context of the goal was great, but the goal of itself, it was a great goal. Within itself, it was a great goal.
I think Pogba had a nice goal for Juve a couple of years ago. Forget who they play though. Like I think it was similar to the Zans. It just wasn't like straight volley. Like he caught it, dropped it, and put it in.
Was that the Champions League?
I want to say it was. I think it was the year that Juve went and lost to Barca.
Oh, okay.
2 years ago.
He might have. I'm trying to think. He scored a lot of good goals for Juventus.
Yeah, he did.
A lot.
He's had a lot of screamers.
Yeah.
He's had like his goal against for United, was it Bournemouth? This year.
I know you're talking about.
Yeah, that one where he just like. Sometimes watching people score like when the ball's like at their waist and they can like keep it down but put it like it's absurd. Yeah. It doesn't make any sense. Like what? Like how do you do that? Like the ball wants to go up, but you keep it there and then it's still like it's terrifying. Like goalie's getting in front of that. I know why they wear gloves, but I'm not trying to break fingers. Like golly.
Ronaldo he's had a lot of good goals actually in Champions League. And I think about it, a lot of great free kicks. I think they were playing Porto. He had like a screamer from like 40 yards.
Yeah, that's the one. But it's Porto from the right side, and like I think the commentator's like, I don't think he's gonna go for goal here. Like Ronaldo sets it up. Oh, he did it! It was a stunner.
That was pretty amazing.
The commentary makes it better.
It was amazing.
It's like I don't think he's gonna go for goal. Do you know this man? Have you seen his hair? Look at his hair and tell me he's not gonna go for goal. Disrespectful to everyone involved.
I guess that's what puts them in to bring it to Ronaldo and Messi. That puts them in the top 5 all time. Is that they've had so many goals, great goals. It's hard to like even think of.
I mean, one of the greatest goals was Messi's goal against the United States. That free kick, still hurts.
Yeah,
that was so. And the worst part was like he set up like we were kind of playing okay, but that definitely opened the floodgates. But when he got on the ball and backed up, I'm like, well, here it is. They're gonna score. Like I just there was no doubt in my mind he was gonna score, and he just puts in the upper corner. I'm like, well, that was nice. Like we were here for a little bit, and then we weren't. It's like, what was that? Was that Gold Cup?
No, that was when we were invited to the Copa America.
Yeah, Copa America.
Great times.
Were they?
No, not for us. I remember because we put like Bob Bradley brought in like a really like amateur side. It was like, oh my gosh.
Bob Bradley didn't want to be great.
Like, we're going to lose so bad.
Man.
But actually, we played okay. I mean, we had to face Argentina, but...
I mean, we played better than we should have.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I was thinking of just great goals in general. Obviously, one of the best ones is World Cup, the James chest volley.
Oh, yeah, that was classic.
That was dirty.
James had a lot of great goals. He had a lot of great goals in that game. Both of his goals were great.
RVP's flying header for the Netherlands was absurd, especially on that payback because they're like, we're getting you. They got like, and the best part was they were down 0-1 to Spain. Like, shit, this is gonna happen again. Like, not today. Orange Times, like, ba-bow.
That was the fall of Spain right there. That was the fall right after that header.
Cahill had a great goal against the Netherlands in that World Cup.
He did.
That was
he sure did.
dirty. I was so mad.
Sure did. I was pissed off at Cahill because he was in my actually this might have been 2010. Yes, it's 2010. He was in my fantasy league in 2010, and he got a red card the first match, and that pissed me the hell off because like he was my captain in fantasy.
Wow. I remember England played Italy in 14. And
in the World Cup?
Was that 10? I don't think it was 10 because I remember sitting in Fiddler's Green. It was
yes, it was. It was 2014.
It
was 2014.
Yeah, and Balotelli had a screamer against England, like because it started out. I was so hyped because like Rooney, we thought Rooney scored, but hit the side netting, and then like 5 minutes later, Italy comes down. It's like bow. I'm like, oh, I've seen this movie before.
I mean, it's England. Come on, man.
The Julian Green goal in the knockout game against Belgium was really nice because that was his first touch.
It was nice.
That lob in and Julian, that little man.
I was in Chicago when they were playing, and Chicago has like a really strong football culture.
Yeah, they do.
Very, very strong, and it was actually pretty amazing to see that. Kind of predict the red, white, and blue, but you know we're United States, so we love nationalism. So that makes sense.
Hey, Orlando got on the bandwagon. Especially starting in 14. 2010, it was kind of there. But, you know, I spent most of that. I was in summer school, so I wasn't here for a lot of it. So I came back, like, right at the tail end.
Yeah.
But 2014, like, there were no, like, bars all the way out in the... Like, I had to save a spot for a bar in a Pop Cup to watch that knockout game. And then, like, Wall Street was always packed.
Yeah, Wall Street was popping.
Biz was always packed. All the sports bars, like, World of Beer, any place that you're going. Like, Orlando really got on it.
Yeah.
And so, like, I mean, Orlando has a good... Obviously, you know... First place Orlando City Soccer Club in the whole entire MLS. It's absurd. I mean, I don't know how long we can pull this off, but you know, again, that Rivas goal was finally Rivas putting the ball in the back of the net, and then you know, Kaká cleaning up what would have been Laren's 6. It's cool though. It's good to get Kaká back.
We need him back,
and it's good to like seal a win. But you know, we ain't losing. If it's on Church Street, you're not gonna win. Like I don't understand why you guys are coming down here, take these L's right next, like right in Church Street. Like the hood doesn't love you. Like does the hood necessarily love Orlando City Soccer? Remains to be seen.
Yeah,
but the hood doesn't love you.
Not when people are getting pushed back and gentrified, but you know, that's another topic for another time.
That is another topic. That's an eternal topic. That's not going anywhere. Us being at the top of the table though, like it was great because last week we were at the top of the East. Now we're looking down at everyone.
Yeah, I mean, when we played we have 2 games in hand, so we could potentially be even better than Portland, who's top of the West.
And it's beautiful to know that Atlanta United took an L pretty bad. So I don't like you guys. I hate you, and I love to see you lose.
Wow.
And look at us now.
Atlanta could always lose in sports, but they're winning in every other capacity.
Have you seen their roads?
Well, except for their infrastructure too. Yeah,
and when it snows.
Yeah, but musically, they're winning. Yeah, I
mean, yes, Atlanta is home of the King of the South. So,
and they have better strip clubs than Orlando does.
I think Coco has better strip clubs than Orlando. So we're really like, I don't know really where we're going.
It's not saying much, but I'm saying that that's when they're winning above Orlando.
But yeah, Orlando City really, again, Bendick playing great. The defense, I mean.
Yeah, defensively we're on point.
which used not to be the case.
Yeah, Kaká coming back is gonna be helpful because we're gonna get found out on going forward. Like,
it's like, hey guys, body up Laren, please.
Yeah.
Like, but I mean,
is that easy?
But think about it. It's been 3 years, and Laren's been getting buckets every year.
No, you're not gonna stop him because he's an elite player in MLS. But teams are gonna find out strategies to subdue him, and then once that happens, like, how are we going to score?
Because we really haven't had. I mean, we've had some lucky goals. I mean, if we can get Rivas and Kaká going at the same time, we're really gonna be cooking with fire.
Yeah, but Rivas, like, he's gonna have to practice a little more in shooting because that was a great goal that he scored. But
man, he's been in front of the goal so many times.
Yeah,
and sent that ball into other places.
When a goal scoring opportunity is impossible, he'll make it possible. When it's possible, he makes it impossible. So
he's like me, like missing layups with hitting threes. That's really what it is.
But Kaká coming back is helpful because that opens up, it spaces out the pitch a little more, and Kaká is a world-class player. At one point, he would have been top 5, and then he got hurt.
That's true.
When he went to Real Madrid, which was a mistake, and then he got hurt at Real Madrid, and then he had to go back to AC Milan, and the Italian league was terrible at the time.
Pretty trash.
Yeah, so
I mean, wasn't that around? Was that when Juventus was relegated? Around that time?
They weren't relegated. Well, yes, they were. They were actually, yeah.
Which is wild to think that the historic best club in that country. Well, I mean,
about to win 4 titles in a row, maybe five at this point.
Yeah, was relegated. That's like,
but they were relegated because they were bad. They were relegated because they were cheating.
Poor, yeah, and cheating. But like, I guess it wouldn't happen to Bayern. We got to talk about Bayern 5 in a row.
I mean,
it's kind of boring. But David Alaba's free kick was beautiful. Everything else was just like rude because they were like, "Oh, we're gonna win this."
A very beautiful goal to a 6-0 win.
It's sad. Like, yes, that's the state of I guess Central and Southern European football, where it's like, yes, these teams won the league again. Why are you surprised? Because I mean, Ligue 1 still kind of has a race.
Yeah,
Real took care of business the other night, going up.
Luckily.
Very luckily.
I mean, Marcelo comes through again.
Hey, Marcelo with the bailout. Sometimes that's what you need.
Yeah.
But so it looks like if all goes well, I mean, Real should win the La Liga. So they may get a double.
I mean, again, the Sevilla game is gonna be it.
It's gonna be that'll be it for the title. But
the double, you think they're gonna win the Champions League?
They could.
I mean, I think it's fate. I think at this point.
They'll be the first ever back-to-back Champions League winner.
Why did it have to be Real Madrid?
The CR7 was tired of seeing that slander on the TL.
I mean, this is actually probably Ronaldo's last year being elite. Great. Yeah.
And the funny thing is, again, he's the same exact age as LeBron James. And LeBron has like 4 more years left. And I guess Ronaldo...
I think LeBron's going to... Well,
who has more mileage? I wonder who has covered more distance. Because obviously a soccer field is bigger, but I mean, basketball, there are a lot of possessions.
But Ronaldo's played
about the same amount of time.
Because Ronaldo's only they're the same age. LeBron's like older, but I mean, LeBron was born in '84, but he was like December 31st.
December 31st, yeah.
So yeah, it's like 2 months difference, but. I think Ronaldo has one more mileage because you have to obviously cover more distance in football, but he's played Euro 04, 2006 World Cup, Euro 08,
2010 World Cup,
Euro 12, 14 World Cup, Euro 2016. And probably again for the Euro
the World Cup. I think this will definitely be his last World Cup.
Yeah, I mean he's gonna be 33?
Yeah.
So, I mean, but it's I don't know. Obviously, yeah, Ronaldo obviously, but LeBron's played a lot of minutes. LeBron's been in 6 finals in a row. So,
yeah, LeBron's been in 6 finals in a row. And since 2007 or 2006, he's made the playoffs every year.
Yeah.
and they've gone relatively deep. And the 6th final in a row is a lot, and
2 Olympics on top of that.
Three
yes,
Olympics because he played in 04, but he just didn't play that much.
Yeah,
and I think he played in one FIBA. So I think we won a FIBA.
He might have either.
And they play more games in the NBA. Because like a total
of Champions League.
Yeah, because I think if you play like a full set, like Champions League plus like your full thing is like around 70, 80 games total.
But then there's not only so.
But then like international. So
La Liga
international
38.
Huh?
La Liga's 38 games.
Mm-hmm.
Champions League, if you make it to the final, that's 6 games in the group stage.
6, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1. So that's 13 more. So that's 51. And then you have like
then Copa del Rey. Say you go to the final of Copa del Rey.
Another.
It has to be.
It's close. I think there are fewer like because NBA you can play. It's 12, so it's like 94, but like the season's like, but LeBron's playing a lot of Game 7, so he's played close to 100 games.
Yeah, in the season. Let's looking at the statistics of. Well, it's hard to say. I guess it depends on year. So the most he's ever played, like, as a domestic player, Ronaldo is 54 games. 54 matches in like La Liga, Copa del Rey, Champions League.
Can you look up so LeBron's played his total games his whole entire life 1,061 games as a pro.
1,061. Ronaldo 714. But that's like a club. That's not including international.
But I can't imagine he's played 300 international matches.
He's only played 138.
So like, but then it's hard because you have to take into account field and everything. But they both have a lot of mileage on them.
Yeah,
like they ain't taking days off.
Yeah, right. I mean, I guess they'd have to. I mean, football, you have to rest. So he's been rested in games. Like they didn't need him, and that's they criticize the NBA players for doing that.
Smart.
Yeah. They should do that.
Rested 8 games this year.
Yeah.
Which isn't that many. Like it's really funny. Like it was such a big deal, but in hindsight, it's like I guess it was 10% of the games, but still like.
And look at them now. They're like they swept one team. They're about to blow through Toronto.
They're gonna kill those Northerners, man. Toronto's cute. Like I like Jurassic Park. Like that whole idea of Jurassic Park's cool, but at the end of the day, like it's a man's league, and you ain't got no men's.
Wow. I'm glad you're bringing in toxic masculinity to the pod. I appreciate it.
Do you?
I don't, but
yeah, I'm sorry.
You and Donald
league.
Trump.
It's LeBron's league, and he sacrificed his hair to do it. Again, you have to wait. Again, we got to go over this. The hair sacrifice is what won championships. Magic. Not Larry Bird. He got lucky. Man, that's racism right there. Kareem, Shaq, Jordan, Kobe, LeBron. Hairlines all disintegrated before our eyes. But their hands got rings, though.
I mean, Bill Russell, he's still got full head of hair.
Dang, you're right. But he had to deal with a lot of that Boston racism. You think he'd rather be bald than have won all those titles in L.A.? I think he might have,
Yeah, I guess. You're right. It's a trade-off.
Yeah, man, that's tough. That's real in those streets. But obviously, to be a great NBA player, to really win, like, hey, Chris Paul, you know why you're losing? Edges too crispy. When it's easy, like when your barber's like, yes, this is the same edges that you've had your whole entire life. That's why you ain't got no rings. That's why they hate Steph.
Wow. Because edges are
light skin.
Yeah, that's probably the only reason why.
There's more to it. He's also like a lot of people feel like he didn't earn it. Like they came out of nowhere. Like he didn't have to suffer as much. Even though his ankles used to be made of Teflon, if we do not forget. The joke was that Steph Curry's ankles were like weaker than wet paper towels. Like
I do remember that, getting crossed and hurt every single time.
Every time. Steph went from a joke to two-time.
You know who's ever watched Boys in the Hood?
Huh?
He's never watched Boys in the Hood, Steph.
He's never seen Cuba Gooding Jr. punch at the air and cry.
Yeah. No, actually, no. He's watched Boys in the Hood. He's never watched New Jack City.
Ooh, that actually makes a little more sense because it's like definitely just like all violence. It's not like as much of a message. It's like just like that makes more sense. I've only seen New Jack City maybe twice. I've seen Boys in the Hood at least 5-6 times.
Yeah, I mean New Jack City is like on TNT every now and then, so that makes sense.
It would.
Boys in the Hood, no. But Boys in the Hood is the bigger movie. Sad.
Oh, God bless Nia Long though.
Yeah, God bless her. Because she was definitely
still fine.
Yeah. All those years, still looking good.
Now she's in Empire.
Oh, word?
Mm-hmm. And she was on Dear White People on the Netflix. I binged that Saturday. I watched the whole thing. Much better as a movie. I mean, much better as a TV show.
Yeah, I'm about to say, because if you thought the movie was good.
The movie was not good. Like, because like, you couldn't get as deep as you wanted to. Like, the messaging was all blurbled. But the show, like, it still had its problems, but it was much, much better. Like, they figured it out. Like, they're like, oh, yes, this is smart. I'm like, yeah, you're idiots. So.
I'll check it out because I heard that, if you hate the movie, then don't worry. It's not like the movie. So
yes, yes. I'm here telling to you first. Yeah, I watched the whole thing Saturday. It was very interesting. I liked it.
Nice.
I just still want to know what Winchester is supposed to be the analog for, because I don't think any Ivy.
Probably Vanderbilt.
No, it's supposed to be Northern, sir. I was thinking the same thing, but no, there ain't enough twang, and no one says any twang. Because like I can't imagine an Ivy that has an all black dorm. Like, they're like, this is a story black dorm at Winchester. I'm like, what Ivy League would do that?
I mean, they probably would do that because they have to.
Like black legacies,
yeah,
the wealthy.
It's a diversity. It's a tactic to bring in more black students.
But like from what I know, I just don't think one has like Columbia's housing situation blows. It's definitely not Columbia. So like it'd have to be like Yale or since we have to be like Yale or Dartmouth or maybe Brown. And I don't know. Not that I've visited any of those, but like from what I gather, maybe it's Dartmouth.
Maybe
they did have a lot of hippies
in the show, or just like
in the show. Like it was a lot more hipster. Like these people were like. It was also I will say it's stupid because like everyone's listening to her radio show. No one listens. Listen, as someone that had a college radio show, people didn't really listen like that. Like especially like if you're doing like you did it every day. No one had a college radio show every day. Too many people want to have shows. They rotate. That's just not how that works.
It might be Cornell.
Yeah.
I mean, Ithaca, Ithaca does suck. So
and Cornell sucks.
Cornell.
Where's Ivy?
Or Penn University.
Nah, because it was not like in the city setting. Like that's the main thing. That's why I knew it wasn't. Like, I know it's not Harvard, Columbia, or Penn because it's like not in the middle of the city. So I think it's like.
Maybe it's probably Brown. Brown.
I think it's either Brown or Dartmouth. But yeah, like I said, if y'all want to check it out and see, I mean, it does cover a lot of blackness, but it's also a very small sphere of blackness still. I mean, and they have a lot of the people from the movie, but not all of them. Like, obviously, don't sell Tessa Thompson. She's too big for that. She's in Thor. Like, come on now. Tessa Thompson's gonna be saving Hemsworth. So
are these the black people that believe that Barack Obama taking money from Wall Street is a great thing?
At me though.
And wear Asada taught me shirts.
They definitely brought up Asada a few times. I will say that. I will say, all right. So obviously, I'm the Obama stan, but I will say, like, he's speaking at a healthcare conference to a company that lost. Is like they're not a financial trading company. They're a company that lost a lot of people in 9/11, and so but they're still paying healthcare for the families. So like it's a little less like devious. It's not like he's not like going to Lehman Brothers like, hey, let's run this back. It's like if you really like look into it, like is like are the optics kind of bad? Yeah, but like he's not like doing like the super evil stuff. Like he's like talking about like healthcare for a big company that's trying to maintain healthcare for people that do not work there anymore, who are dead. So like it's kind of a little more.
Folks got a lot of money from 9/11, so.
Oh,
the narrative is that he's doing that, but it's not like, oh my gosh, they wouldn't have had healthcare. They got billions of dollars. Well, families got billions of dollars.
Yeah, they did. They got a lot of money, but like it's also like a touchy subject. Hey, the Saudis made more.
Okay,
the jet fuel does matter most.
Anyway, I'm expecting to see that all up on Netflix. Then I can't wait. I can't wait.
Sounds like you can wait. You should spend your whole birthday watching all 10 episodes.
No, I will not be doing that.
What are you gonna do for your birthday, John?
I'll be working. Our training is this weekend.
Wow, they did that to you.
It did to me, yeah.
Wow, the man is keeping you down.
It's okay. Hopefully, that day goes by well. I'm assuming it will. If not, then I would really suck. But
I think you can drink this. Drink your sorrows away.
Yeah, I'm going downtown because we do like a social. So I'll be at downtown drinking my sorrows away. The fact that I'm 29, going to be 29.
I forget that you're older than me. Hashtag old man.
I'm not pushing 30 yet.
I mean, you're touching it.
I'm touching it, but I'm not pushing it.
I'm still 2.5 years away from 30, so
don't worry. It's coming, so I'll be ready.
Listen, when I got out of the car at Jonathan's apartment and I looked up those stairs, I'm like, shucks, I do this again. Home.
I can still walk up the stairs like it's no thing. So
because you didn't throw your body around like I did playing football and basketball. I used to be like, I was kind of like a Charles Oakley. Like I used to dive for balls.
Wow.
And like in football, in like middle school,
I did not do that. I was too
indoor
for that.
football once, and I ran into a wall. I made the catch though.
I'm the Cristiano Ronaldo of I'm not gonna damage my body, my face. I'm an excellent player, but if you think I'm gonna put my body in the line, you got another thing coming.
Well, the thing is, like, I'm bigger than most people, so like a lot of the times I don't think I'm feeling it. Like, especially like when I run into other people, I'm like, "Oh, you sucker, got you." But then at the end of the day, I'm like, "Wow, I'm kind of sore." Oh, that's because I ran into everyone. Like, they're definitely more sore, but like I don't run into I'm obviously receiving more punishment because I run into multiple people and they just run into me.
Yeah, you're like the boss level. Like they had to like repeatedly punch you until like you think you're okay, and then oh, I'm going down. Man,
I just played Rise, Son of Rome. While I was binging Dear White People, I was playing Rise, Son of Rome, and all the bosses were like that. Like, man, listen, I'm a centurion. I hit you with a sword. You should be dead. But then I was like, nope, that's not a hit. And then I'd be like, oh, you're dead now. Like, why am I dead? What is this? So I know how that feels. I understand that boss stuff. But yeah, got my football game tomorrow. Trying to get that back on the win column.
There it is.
But as long as I throw a touchdown pass, we know. As long as I throw a pass, we know it's going to be a touchdown. So those are stats we can live by. Wow. 2 for 2, 80 yards, 2 touchdowns. So
just don't throw a pick six. That's my only.
No, if I throw a pick, I'm tackling that person. Like, don't worry, I'll take the flag on that. But you're not scoring on me. That's for darn sure. Not today, homie. Not today.
Very well. Got anything else for us?
Nah, it's a good week. Again, happy birthday to Jonathan. Hopefully I'll see him out there at the social. I'll just join y'all. I'll slide.
We're gonna be at Joysticks.
Oh.
That's a spot.
I hate their fancy drinks, but I'll drink a beer.
No, their drinks are awful.
So bad. Thank you. Yes, that's my extra thing, actually. Don't get any of those fancy drinks at Joysticks. They just like put friggin' dry ice in them and make them bubble, and then they all taste like crappy sodas. No one needs that. Just get a beer or just get like a regular G&T and live your best life.
Yeah.
Don't actually do anything. Like, don't get any of the crazy stuff they have at Joysticks. But otherwise, it's a cool place.
Yeah, the simple life is the best life. I was waiting so long in line.
That line is kind of ridiculous. Like, Orlando, there are other video game bars. Like, I don't think like this. Obviously, this is the only one downtown, but like this is not the first time we've seen this movie. Like, there's Bart, there's Player One, there's
Player One?
Player One is over by Disney.
Okay,
and that one has like machines and like Xboxes and like all this stuff. It's about the same size, maybe a little bigger.
Oh, nice.
And then there's also like there's one out by UCF. It's like Cloak and Dagger, something like that.
Yeah.
It's like we have our video game bars, y'all. Like, go back to where you came from, nerds.
I was waiting so long that I was about to just go to Harp and Kelt, get a drink, and then go back to the arcade.
That's not a bad. You didn't want to go to Basement, which was right across the street.
Hell no. Why would I do that? To wait in line just as long?
Basement, there ain't no line at Basement. There's just a lot of tall people in there.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I keep thinking Basement is the attic. I know the attic.
Screw the attic, dog. Attic's whack. Don't go there.
I was confused too, but the Basement is like, it reminds me too much of these college bro bars, man.
Oh, it's definitely a bro bar.
It reminds me too much of the night library, and I don't want to relive that time ever.
Wow. No, see, listen, that's a little far. That's really hurtful. Like, I don't even stand for Basement like that, but calling anything night library that's not night library is really disrespectful. Because, like, it's night library. It's the worst bar in Central Florida.
Just saying.
Like, there are bars like in like off random roads in like Zellwood that I'd rather go. Like biker bars in Zellwood, I'd probably show up there before I go to the night library. That's not true. I like living.
Yeah. Thank you for affirming your life.
That's true. Life is good.
But yeah, that's all I got. So, shout out Postcards. You'll find us on Twitter at Postcards, Facebook, The Postcards. Find me, Rihanna, at Jalingu, Jalingu.
And Rachel McAdams. I shout out Mean Girls earlier, so you can find me at Lewis GD, LEWIS GD.
Just totally copying the I'm a black guy, but I date only white girls meme.
If you put it on, what am I supposed to do? You cannot do that because you got way too many random ass people that I haven't spoken to in so long. You're like, oh yes, quite. I'll click on that. I'm hurt. Like, I'm gonna go to that post right now and just call every single one of y'all out. Wait a sec, we're not done here. You thought we were done with the post guides, but this is post guides, the wrap up, where Grant gets mad at the slander and hatred and lies that are relatively kind of truthful on my TL. So let's go.
Shout out Jesse Williams.
27 of these. All right, so we got Nathan, Dan, Bryant, Amanda Bryant. We went to elementary school together. We went to first through third grade together. I have not seen you since then, but we were random Facebook friends.
Wow.
Paul Hawkins, really dog. Michael Todd, that makes sense. Jordan Haley, you're black, so that's even more hurtful. Key, we're having lunch tomorrow, dog. Like, I'm gonna call you out. Christopher Kendrick, his twin is Brian. I got two twins. Call me out. Brianna Daly, we used to work at Disney together.
Damn.
Rob, come on, Rabbi Rob, who is actually a rabbi who went to Vandy with me. Come on, homie.
Shalom.
James Quick, we used to hoop together, and you used to pass me such great pocket passes. And
shooting
this is
in
what
the
you're
gym.
doing. Camille, I thought we were friends. Lauren, you went to LSU. Your school smells like corn dogs. Lainey, you're a lovely lady. I'm not gonna say anything mean about you. Tommy, you're my roommate. You're evil. Ashley, Heather, Richie Gombar, Richard John Gombar. You got grounded and your parents took away your keyboard in high school. I know you're not doing this to me. Hugh Hart, you went to Catholic University, but you're a cool dude. Daniel, come on, fam. Like, we played chess together and we're church brothers. Ken, I know you're not talking about dating white people. This is an affront to everything that you believe in. Ted Panos, Gators suck. Savannah, I guess I'm gonna let that slide. Kevin Kuzias, come on, I was at your Eagle Scout ceremony. Chris, Houston's balling out right now. Why you gotta be a hater? And Nico, this really cuts deep. Shout out
Gums.
Shout out to Alexa for not liking this. The miracle is there's no Alexa Nealon liking that, so I guess I gotta take.
I'll make sure she sees the post.
Wow, dog. Well, yeah. Anyway, yeah, you thought we were done, but we weren't because I had to go through that list, and you guys all got called out.
Cold-blooded.
Wait. I'm just gonna make sure that I got people didn't comment. Also. Jonathan, you're sitting right there. Darway, really, fam? You gonna give me that Carmelo meme after what Wow. Adam, with the get out Wow, he did a Get Out mention. Eric, that's okay. Your wife is Asian. No, true love happens anywhere. So, ciao. All you said was, I love this. You didn't even capitalize the I, and that really hurts my heart. Now, do I own all these things in this picture? Am I wearing most of it right now? We don't need to talk about that. Oh, wait, and I forgot EJ. Shout out, homie. I hope LA is treating you nice, but your mom's a fox. She was a model, so she may be the white lady I holla at.
Dang.
And we out.
We out.